We're focusing today on phrases that begin with out, and there are a number of different types of phrases that you need to learn if you're going to get to a C1 English, C2 English, or IELTS 7, IELTS 8, IELTS 9 level. Let's start with the first one, which is phrases beginning with out that mean more than another. So here we can include words such as outplayed, outdone, outthought, outwitted, outclassed, or outlived. And here the word out goes at the beginning to show us that it's more than another. Look at the example. We lost the game because we were outplayed. In other words, we lost the game because the other team played better than we did. They played better than us. They outplayed us. Out can also be used to mean beyond normal, outside of the normal limits, if you like. So phrases such as, he was sacked because of outlandish behaviour. This means the behaviour was beyond acceptable. It was outside of the acceptable limits of behaviour, not in the normal range. And that's what outlandish means. But we can also use out before the following phrases in the bullet points. Outrageous, outstanding, outlier, outdated. These all mean beyond normal. For example, outlier. The final result was an outlier. All the others were different. So outlier here means beyond the normal range of results. So imagine you've got results for something, and most of them are all fairly similar. You can put them all together, and then there's one result that's just outside of it. That's an outlier. It's beyond the normal range. And also outdated. For example, the ideas in the book are outdated. Well, this means not according to what is normal nowadays. So dated refers to date, where something is in history, and if it's outdated, then it's beyond where we are taking norms for now. An example might be hundreds of years ago, slavery was quite common all across the world, but that's now outdated because people nowadays don't think that slavery is right. So it's an outdated idea. Out can also be used to indicate the beginning of something. For example, outward, outbound, and outlay. Let's start with outward, which is similar to outbound. We started the outward part of the journey. Here, outward means the first part of the journey, the part where we're going away from home, perhaps. So outward is at the beginning. Now, what is outlay? Outlay means the amount of money spent at the beginning of something. For instance, the outlay for the house was huge. So perhaps you're buying a house, but you need some money at the beginning to buy it, and that's your outlay. There are some phrases starting with out that refer to someone's expression, how they speak. And here's a few of them. Outrage, outburst, outspoken. Outrage is when people express rage. They feel rage, they feel anger, and they express it a lot. And we often use it when this happens in public, where a lot of people do this at the same time. For instance, there was outrage because of the bad ending to the show. Have you ever seen a show on TV or on YouTube and it made you mad? It made you angry. And let's think that there are some other people who also feel the same way at the same time. If that happens, that can be outrage. Lots of people expressing their bad feeling at the same time. But what about outspoken? Well, outspoken means saying what you think very often. And you might say something like this: you're too outspoken. You should say less. Outspoken is sometimes used as a positive, where people are prepared to talk about something where other people are nervous, and people say, oh, they're outspoken. That's a good thing. It can also be a bad thing, where someone perhaps says too much. They talk and talk and talk and talk, and people are actually thinking it's too much. You should say less. And out occasionally is used to indicate a result. For example, outcome. They heard the outcome of the match on the radio. So the result of the match, outcome. Can you believe how many different meanings we can make using a simple word such as out? And they're all completely different. Make sure you learn these phrases well, and you will get higher marks in your writing and speaking, and you'll just make a better impression. Now it's time to practice, because practice helps you remember. In step 1, I am going to read a dialogue. You listen. In step 2, join in with me. We'll make a dialogue together. I'll ask the questions and you answer. So here's the dialogue. Just listen to me. Did you see the TV show last night? The behaviour was outlandish. Yes, I hear there has been outrage about it. I'm not surprised. It was such an unexpected outcome. I think they outdid the previous show, though. It was much better this time. Now role play with me. I'll ask the questions and then you respond with the words in red. Let's begin. Did you see the TV show last night? The behaviour was outlandish. Your turn. I'm not surprised. It was such an unexpected outcome. Well done. And don't forget, well, I forgot to go through the slides which showed the underlines, but well done, you've completed it. Let's go on to my English grammar course. So if you want to take your learning further and get your learning up, your level of English up to the highest it can be, C1, C2 level, my grammar course will be really useful, because we look at simple, seemingly simple grammar concepts, and we look at the difficult aspects of them, and I help you to get it right in these areas. So click on the link in the description below and go there. It's on the Udemy platform. It takes about 6 hours to complete, but it's really going to be useful in helping you to eliminate your mistakes with your English grammar.